Hi, hello, good morning, welcome. My name is Felicia Marie, and today is January. I don't even know what today's date is. It is the 16th. We have 3 days left in Capricorn season. So what I wanted to do was, I kind of messed up with not doing a Capricorn season one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump right into Aquarius, which is from January 21st to February 20th, I believe. Might be off. But so we are going to see what the sign of Aquarius, what Aquarius season has in store for us. Like I said, from January 20th to February 20th, I believe. Ooh. Okay, so for us in Aquarius season, for a lot of us, we're coming into a renewal of a cycle. We're coming into, not necessarily the renewal of a cycle, but it's the, how do I put it? It's like the beginning. It's something that we're coming across that we might have already experienced, maybe not to the same extent that we've experienced it, but it's something we've already encountered, right? There's something to be said about your doubts and your fears, about the things that you brew in your own head. You are in your own way, right? You are stopping yourself from transforming, from becoming something new, to truly seeing what you have to offer the world, right? By constantly keeping your thoughts negative, or constantly keeping doubts about yourself, or keeping things that you don't even know or you don't even recognize about yourself, doing those things is what causes issues, is what causes conflict, is what causes problems to arise. We have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which speaks towards balance. It speaks to the balance of your halves, right? Not just of beast, but of man. It speaks to the balance between beast and man. We have the Ace of Swords, which talks about the beginning actions. I want to, let me pull the book because I feel like there's something in here that she says specifically. And I was like, oh, that's a good way to put it. And I want to say it was the Ace of Swords. It was one of the aces, but I don't remember if it was the Ace of Swords or if it was, might have been the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Swords brings dynamic raw energy, and for those who have mental and physical strength, it offers a power that will quickly break through any barrier. The Ace of Swords card represents a time of ideas, problem solving, and quick-mindedness. Whether you are arguing for a cause or answering questions during a job interview, you will feel prepared to articulate your position with passion and purpose. So it wants to change your vision, to change your perspective about it. That makes sense with the wheel being there. So maybe this is actually speaking towards you going, instead of the wheel being like, instead of the wheel representing an actual cycle that you're going through, this wheel is representing the turning point of your cycle, right? That's funny how I happened to cut the deck and the Devil card is right there. Like I said, the Devil card, like I've said before, the Devil card speaks towards your temptation, speaks towards frustration, speaks towards lustfulness, sensuality. I don't necessarily want to say weak-mindedness, but weak-mindedness in some certain aspects of your life. And it's interesting that that showed up in the middle of as I was cutting the deck, because if this Wheel of Fortune is speaking more towards the changing of like the teeter-totting of a cycle, movement from one part of your cycle to the next part of your cycle, that would mean that you're going from constantly being within your fears, constantly being within your negative mindset, and feeding your own doubts and your own fears. You're moving into something who is, or somebody who is capable of action, somebody who is capable of seeing things in front of them, and so you're able to work towards what it is that you want, right? Or you're able to work towards these actions that will bring forth new abundance or new life or new moments, new experiences within your life, right? And we have the Knight of Cups, which I want to say speaks towards emotional intelligence. the beginning of emotional intelligence, coming into an aspect that what you put out, you also receive, right? Like it goes along with the whole, if you respect somebody, they'll respect you back, right? It kind of goes along with that. You put niceness out into somebody, they give you niceness back, right? And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which is an emphasis on family. Not necessarily nest building, but the act of having family, the act of being close to your family, the act of caring for your family. This could be speaking towards a wish fulfillment for some of you. For some of you, maybe you have been wanting children. You've been wanting to focus on fulfilling that void within your heart that children and familial connections will heal and fill, right? For some of you, though, I am going to be honest, there is another, this time is the Ten of Swords. The Nine of Swords was speaking more towards other people's comments and letting them affect you in negative ways, whereas the Ten of Swords is your own things affecting you in negative ways because of the comments that you have received from others, or because of the bullying, the things that have been said, right? You have put yourself in this bubble. You have put yourself in this mindset that is going to be very difficult for you to come out of. But you can come out of it. And the reason I say you can come out of it is because the card underneath it is going to be your Two of Swords, which speaks towards your decision making, right? It speaks towards acknowledging that there's two different pathways you can go, that you have a choice, that free will is a thing. And then we also have the Four of Cups, which speaks to contentment. In her book, she describes how this crow does not care about the cups on the floor or the ground or the cup that's in the sky. This bird is just focused on life. This bird is just focused on living what it is living right now. It's content. It's not necessarily a pushover, but it's sitting there and observing and watching the things that are going on, because the best way that you can transform your life is by paying attention to your surroundings, by paying attention to the things that are around you, right? So in this coming Aquarius season, I see a lot of us coming into our purpose, a lot of us coming into this, especially if you live in your feminine or you haven't been living in your feminine. Now is the time for you to bring your feminine into the world. Now is the time to let her interact, to let her be nurturing, and to let her be fruitful for the things that she needs to be, right? That could be creativity things, that could be jobs, that could be your career, that could be an actual family, that could be, taking care of yourself by loving yourself, giving yourself a lot of self-love, a lot of recuperation days, right? It could be many, many, many things. But what you are coming into is going to provide you with a new sense of, not necessarily comfort, but a new sense of what life is to be like for you, of what life can be like for you, of what it would be like if you didn't have all of these doubts and all of these fears, right? So that's what Aquarius season is going to be bringing towards a lot of us, is it's going to be a little push to see what it is that is in store for us, right? A little push to see what we have, coming towards us, right? Yeah, so your manifestations right now, your manifestations are being blocked by your own doubts and your own fears that you've created. Now is the time to work on getting rid of those doubts, to work on letting go of those fears, to no longer let those things control you, right? Let's get a card of encouragement, some words of encouragement. Now is the time for you to kind of just go with the flow and watch. After you've done your work, after you've helped yourself get rid of your doubts and your fears, and maybe not necessarily completely get rid of them, but to understand them better, right? And how they are triggered within your life and within your experiences. You need to take a moment to kind of Not necessarily let it all go, but go with the flow. Watch the world around you, take stock in what you see, observe, work on building things closer to you. Don't necessarily tell everybody what your plans are, right? Don't let people know what it is that you have in store. You build your things close to your heart and keep them close. And then we have the Ace of Cups as our last card here, with the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So that speaks to your union. That speaks to enlightenment and understanding and truly coming into a life with. And then for me, with the Ace of Cups, it speaks again towards it speaks towards your childlike aspect of your emotions, right? How our emotions are just raw, and how truly, when you don't let yourself overthink about things, how your emotions and how your gut feelings tend to be right about a lot of stuff. So they want you to follow that suit, follow your gut. Keep your plans and your desires close to your heart. Don't let others really know what you're doing. I mean, it's okay to share, but don't. The more people that know what your goals are, the more people whose energy can be resistful of it, and whose energy can be used in ways to push you away from what you're trying to succeed at. And then as far as the Two of Cups is concerned with this particular card, it's the what you put in and what you put out, right? It's the connection between the two, the heart of it all, the heart of it all. And I like how underneath that card is the Three of Pentacles, which again speaks towards family and community and nurturing, right? Taking care of the people and places and things that matter most to you. So that's all I have for you guys right now. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Like I said, we are going to try and be doing individual monthly readings for each sign, what to expect. Hopefully I get it, a few days, a week or so before the new cycle is coming. So yeah. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. I am going to get my notes written up, get these videos uploaded, and get them ready to go out for you guys. And then work on some crocheting stuff. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day.